Good afternoon. This is Kathleen, and this is my Alabama Farm Life. And I want to welcome you to my channel. So this is not the video that I wanted to make. It was cold and yucky yesterday, and today it is just raining. So what I'm going to do is going to take a few things that I have recorded today and over the past couple of days, and I'm going to try to show you what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and try to catch everybody up a little bit. I've had a leak in my basement, and we are working on pulling down the panels, but my son ran into an issue and we need to pull down the floating ceiling before we can do anything else. But I'm going to stop the video right here and say thank you so much to Gail at Broken Hearts Ministries for becoming my first member of my memberships. Thank you so much, Gail. I really do appreciate it. If you're not familiar with Gail's channel, Broken Hearts Ministry, I encourage you to go check her out. She is doing amazing things in her community. All right, guys, say hi to Steve. If I'm in the basement, Steve is usually in the basement, and I think he's going to supervise. But as you can see, we've got to get this floating ceiling down. And I'm also having to move a lot of my plants. But I want to give you guys a sneak peek. Now, this was last weekend. This is what my tomatoes look like, and they are doing great. Now, this is this morning, and this is all the work that we got done here in the basement. We got all those panels down, well, most of them, and now we have to work on pulling down all this aluminum off of the ceiling. Yeah, it's right outside. So we know we have water intrusion into the basement, and we also knew that we were going to run into mold. But like they say, out of sight, out of mind. And we knew we were going to have the problem because on the other side of the wall is the staircase. And we had some mold growing right about here in this lower section, and we cleaned it up and painted it and hoped that we were done with it, but we're not. It looks like we're going to end up having to pull all this wallboard down, and then we have to decide if we're going to replace it or not, but that'll be for another day. Now, once we got all these panels pulled down, we ended up with all kinds of stuff falling down from inside the ceiling. This is a perfect example. I'm going to have to get the electricians out here and see if I can get them to put a plug in there or have it run somewhere where I can use it. I have a really good idea of where I want to use it at. A lot of these wires are also old antenna wiring, and I'm thinking cable coax and maybe some phone lines. And also these ropes fell down from the ceiling. Now there's 4 of them, and I know exactly what they're for. At first I didn't, but now I know. They use those ropes to hang quilts. They would hang the quilts on those ropes and then work on quilts there in the basement. My mother-in-law, Eleanor, has told me several times that family would spend a lot of time with a roaring fire during the winter time, and they made a lot of quilts down here. So I'm really excited to see if maybe I can do that too, to get something set up. I had really hoped that I would have found the frame that they used, but it's nowhere to be seen. So I guess I'll have to make my own. So while I'm down here, I also want to do an update on my seeds. We're going to start off with the Survival Seeds 2024 that was sent to me by the Vineyard Chicks. And as you can see, the beets are coming up really nice. I've got some kidney beans starting to show some green, but I only have one Walla Walla onion that is coming up. Now here in the hydroponics system, all the tomatoes have sprouted. I have one squash that is coming up, and I have one pepper way in the back that looks like it's starting to sprout also. So that's really exciting. Now over here in my herbs that I ended up using my own seeds, but this is hosted by Charles at Bushcraft Family. I have some really I have a few things that are coming up. The dill is coming up, the borage, the bee balm, and the yarrow. So really excited about that. I'm kind of concerned about the marigolds. Nothing yet. And they're looking a little, I don't know, they might have something on them. Now over here in my other one, I have my jalapenos, my daisies, and my nasturtiums. And the one daisy has come up, but so far, no jalapenos and no nasturtiums. So, kind of disappointed, but we still have plenty of time. Now, if you compare the tomatoes from earlier in the video to them now, you can see that they have grown quite a bit. In fact, I'm going to have to get out here and I'm going to have to put the tomatoes down on a lower shelf and get them away from those lights. They are just growing right up into those lights. So on this lower shelf where I have my onions that I haven't planted yet, I have another set of lights, or there's one light there and I need to set up the other one, but I'm going to take these tomatoes and I'm going to take them down and put them on the lower shelf, and then I'll have plenty of room for more starts. I am also very pleased to let you guys know that I have chicks. We had several of them born yesterday. I have 5 so far, and I'm still waiting for the rest of the eggs to hatch. All right, guys, this is my update on everything that has been going on the farm. I'm hoping that we have some sunshine for the next couple of days so that I can get a few things done and make the video that I wanted to make but didn't get to do. All right, guys, you have a blessed and joyous day, and I'll see you on my next video.